have all been a part of the conversation whether social media is a boon or a curse. So today we will talk to somebody who will tell us about how it can be used to inspire people each day. Hi, Devika.
Hi.
So thank you so much for joining us. And I
My
know
pleasure.
I have been tracking all your videos. I know you're making them
Yeah.
each day. And I know how
Yes.
difficult that is to stay and do this every single day. So I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you, you have inspired so many people, thousands of people. How do you stay inspired each day to help them?
Honestly, I would want to talk about my journey and how I eventually got here. So, in 2014 is when I was diagnosed with thyroid, and that really hit me hard because I was like, okay, you know what? I've taken it easy for the past 3, 4 years because I was in college, and you know how college is. 4 years just went by. I was in NIFT. I was busy studying. So, fitness for me at that time took a huge backseat. And then I ended up getting thyroid. I started putting on weight. My face was getting puffy. And I was just like, what the hell is going on with me? Right. So that's when I sort of started getting into fitness. And I was still not that serious about it. I would take off days. My off days would eventually go on for like a month, maybe 2 months. Then I would get back to the gym again. So I was very inconsistent. And it's only now in the past, I would say 2 years, where I've been super dedicated and motivated because I know that I have to take care of my health. You know, as you're growing older, I guess these are just things that you sort of start to realize that you can't take for granted. So that's what keeps me going because I know that I am taking care of my health, I'm taking care of my mind, my body, just my overall being. So I know that every morning when I get up, I have a goal in my mind. I know that I need to put in those maybe 1 hour or 2 hours, however my day is planned into my fitness sort of routine. And then I make sure that that's done. And then I plan my off day, say that if I'm working out from like, say, a Monday to a Saturday, then I know Sunday is an off day where I can just sit back, relax, and then do whatever I like doing and eat, maybe a few cheat meals here and there. So yeah, that's what keeps me going because I know that I have to keep everything in check now.
Exactly. And then you
Yeah,
have been sharing your journey with everybody. So, which
yeah,
has
yeah,
actually
yeah,
inspired a lot of people. Do you
yeah.
think that sharing your journey digitally and inspired you as well?
Yes, definitely. I feel like the more I share about my journey, and it's like so I love writing. I'm not a very expressive person when it comes to, say, if somebody's sitting in front of me and they're like, okay, talk about your emotions or talk about your journey. I find it very tough. But when I have to actually write it down is when I'm also reading it myself. And then I realize, that I have been through so much, but I haven't become like a negative person, or I haven't let it take it sort of over me, where I've been like, okay, you know what, like I'm just gonna let thyroid win over me. That's not what happened. So yeah, definitely being on Instagram, and then sort of people reply and comment, and it's just a bunch of strangers who are vouching for you. So that feels great as well. So the entire process has definitely helped me a lot.
So, how did you start your digital journey? Did it just come naturally that you were like, okay, you know what, let me just start sharing everything that I'm doing and let's see how it goes? How did that happen?
Yeah. So I for my Instagram account earlier was private. So I just had about like 800 followers. I think that's what I started with. And these are just like friends and family and people that I've met through work. And every time I would put up my working out videos in the gym, which were never like a set pattern. It was just super random, like me squatting or like doing some burpees. And then all these people started messaging me, and they were like, dude, like you're amazing and you inspire me so much to hit the gym every day. And when people started saying that to me, and I heard this word, like people were like, oh, you're an inspiration. And I was just like, I can't believe that somebody else is saying that to me. So yeah, so that just gave me a huge kick, and I was like, okay, now I need to take it to the next level because I know I have it in me. And that's when I decided to go public.
So, Devika, you said that you had a private profile on Instagram, and
Yeah,
then now
yeah.
you have a creator or a business profile.
Business profile, yeah.
Okay. And so how did that decision help you? And how did you think that, okay, now I'm going to be open for everybody to come into my life? Like that must have been a big
Yeah,
decision as well, instead of making a
it
new
was
account.
yeah, yeah. So honestly, that was a huge decision, and this is something that I had been actually thinking about since a year, to be honest with you, because so I my account's been private for however long, and then I was like, okay, once I go public, literally everyone can see me. My neighbors can see me. My my family can see me. Everyone, like all eyes on me. It'll literally be like that. I'm sharing a huge chunk of my life. And I was very hesitant in the beginning. I did a lot of research. I was like, okay, let me ask my friends who've sort of gone from private accounts to public accounts and their experiences. And they would tell me all these stories that, like men can get really weird and even women can get really weird when they're sending you creepy messages. I was like, do I really want that energy around me? So, so it honestly took me about a year to finally decide to make my account public. And I remember when I did it, my mom came up to me and she was like, "Are you sure about this? Like, our entire family can see what you're doing." I was like, "Mom, relax, let's do this. This is something that will open up many avenues for me as an athlete." So that's when she was like, "Okay, fine, go ahead. You do what you have to do." And it's only in the lockdown, I think in March, when I decided to go all out. So yeah.
So have you regretted that decision, or you're happy with it?
Not. I'm very happy with my decision.
That's
And
great.
honestly, so even when it comes to my page, I am not hungry for followers. I don't want people who are not interested in my journey. The minute I get a DM from somebody saying like, using like a cheesy pickup line or just trying to hit on me or whatever, I simply just block the person. Like, I'm not interested in increasing my numbers with people who add absolutely no value to my page. So that's one thing that, when I started out, I was like, I don't want, I'm not interested in making big numbers. I want good people on my profile who are actually interested in fitness, who have, questions to ask, and who are interested in my journey. So that's what I'm focusing on
Yeah,
mostly.
that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is the next level?
Um, so I do, I'm thinking of a lot of things right now. I do want to also start a YouTube channel where people can work out with me. So, for example, like a 20-minute HIIT workout or a ab circuit workout, just workouts that people can sort of follow on YouTube, because on Instagram it's a little restricted in terms of, educating people on the form or the technique while they're working out. So YouTube is something that I do want to get involved in. I'm just sort of figuring things out. My personal life has been a bit of a mess in the past 1 month. So YouTube is definitely the next platform that I'm planning to go live on. And then let's see after that. I do have big plans. I do want to make my name a brand name in the fitness industry eventually.
Okay.
So yeah, so let's see.
Okay. And do
Yeah.
you think you would ever turn from fitness to even lifestyle? Because that is a very tempting field as well.
Yeah. I think for now, I'm just going to stick to fitness, and lifestyle sort of goes hand in hand. So yeah, so for now, I will stick to fitness.
Yeah. Do you ever get tempted? So I'm sure you get endorsements, you get people coming up to you and be like, you wear this brand, or can you showcase this brand? Do you ever feel like,
Yeah,
oh, this seems like a great offer? Should I just take it?
yeah,
Do you ever feel
yeah.
that temptation?
Honestly, I do, but so ever since I started my page, the one thing that I really wanted to do was be honest with my audience. So, say for example, if there's a brand that I don't like, if I don't like say for example, it's a clothing brand, I don't like the fit, I don't like the way it feels, I will not endorse it. I'm not somebody who's hungry for just gaining followers or just for like making money out of endorsing brands that I don't believe in. So that's something that I wouldn't do. On the other hand, there are really good brands who have reached out to me. So in terms of that, then I would really think about endorsing those kind of brands.
Makes sense.
But as long as I'm honest to myself, I that's what works for me, honestly.
Exactly. That is
Yeah,
really good, because then also your
yeah,
followers know exactly what you are showing, and they know exactly what are they going to
exactly.
be getting when they follow you.
Exactly. They should also be able to trust me, because if I start endorsing brands and if, say, for example, they end up buying that brand and it's just like really bad quality, that comes, that doesn't look good on my part. So that's something that I wouldn't want to do.
Exactly. So I'm
Yeah.
sure you must have had a lot of challenges that must have happened during this time, So what do you think was the main challenge, or a couple of them, because of Corona, because of staying at home, not being able to get out? Because I know for a workout, you want to get out and like get some fresh air and do all of that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
what is it that you had to overcome?
Honestly, I know that this time has been very hard for a lot of people, but it actually did wonders for me because I got so much time to spend with myself. And luckily, I had a small gym set up. I had a few dumbbells, I had plates. So this was the time that I really focused on just like myself. Because when you go to a gym, there's other distractions, there are lots of people around, and you get tied up in conversations or just meeting your friends and all of that. So this time I feel like there have been hurdles, there have been days when you're stuck at home for maybe a week, 10 days, right? And you don't see any other person, so that can take a huge mental toll. But then my fitness is what helped me sort of get out of that
Hmm.
you know so the first few months, I would say, I really got busy in recording my content, on working on myself. So I actually really enjoyed that period. And when it comes to, I wouldn't say there were any hurdles as such, as much as I'm facing them now, because I feel like things are opening back up, and like their temptations are like going out, meeting your friends, having late nights. So I feel like now is where I feel like there might be a few hurdles. But in the beginning, when the entire lockdown and all of this was happening, I feel like I was super dedicated.
That's amazing. So you have actually
Yeah.
turned this whole situation into this
Yes,
beautiful
yes,
positive experience that has actually helped
exactly. Yeah. And you know what? When this entire thing was happening, where we were stuck in quarantine, and then, nobody knew what would happen in the next few months. I was like, when I'm older, do I want to look back at this period and be like, oh, I didn't do anything, I was just stuck at home and I just wasted my time? Or do I want to look back and actually remember that time, and remember it as something that I sort of uh, just sort of how would I say it, like made something out of it. So that's what sort of kept me going.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I love that. I love
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
where in a place where everybody is like, oh God, this has been the toughest time, you have come out
yeah.
and said, oh, this
Yeah.
has been a great time. I love that.
Exactly.
So inspirational.
Yeah.
So basically, this comes to my final question. So,
Yes.
which social media channel is your favorite?
Yeah. So I feel like Instagram has its positives and negatives. I feel like if you follow the right content, if you find your people, if you find your inspiration and motivation on Instagram, it can really do you wonders. So for me, Instagram has also had negative, a negative impact. But I've made sure that, again, I've unfollowed people that I do not like. I've unfollowed people that make me feel uncomfortable, and all my energy is now focused on sort of following the right content. So
Yeah,
Instagram
exactly.
is something that I definitely look for all my motivation and inspiration on.
So, thank you so much, Devika. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. It was for me as well. I really enjoyed our talk. Thank you.